Hey guys, if you like herbs with big flavors that packs a punch, I got 5 herbs for you that would blow your mind. And I've been enjoying these herbs all season long, one of them even year round, from noodles, pastas, salads, smoothies, stir fries, all the way to even teas. These herbs are not only great for growing in ground, but also in small spaces and in containers. Starting with the first one, this is the Agastache Apache Sunset. Smells so good, so minty, a little bit licorice. This is one of my favorite hyssops. It has like a more sweet, kind of a minty aroma, usually used to dry for teas, but I like them in my salads too. Oh my God. I absolutely love these. All kinds of hyssops are beautiful and aromatic, but I particularly love this kind because I like the licorice scent. I love root beer kind of a scent. Hyssops in general are very attractive to hummingbirds, so they do bring in some friendly or beneficial, like pollinators. So if you really enjoy that in your garden, definitely grow some of these. They're not only edible, but they look so good. They're beautiful as cut flowers. This one's been growing here. This is the second year. I started out from seed, and it's been growing so well, even better this year as the crown or the base. And the second year comes back even stronger, larger, with more blooms. And yeah, and I just love mincing these and mix it into my salad dressings. Oh, it's so nice for like a very fresh summer floral kind of a sauce. It's so sweet. It does taste very minty as well. I can even grab a couple of sprigs and boil at the same time with water to make a fresh tea, or you can dry these to save for later to make tea maybe in the winter. And these ones, you can definitely collect the seeds. They have a bunch of seeds after the flowers dry up. The more sun you give it, the more blooms it's gonna get. It likes well-drained soil. This one is planted in the ground, but you can grow this really well in containers too. But make sure if you're growing them in containers that it has to be really good draining soil. And yeah, the more sun, the better. This is a sun-loving herb. I just love that blue, silvery kind of a hue on these leaves. They're just very wispy. I love the way how it moves with the wind, Overall, it just looks so beautiful. The bees love it as well. You can give it regular watering, but if they establish, it can take a little bit of drought. So this doesn't take as much water as your regular, like vegetables. But I can definitely grow this alongside with my other veggies here. And I got it next to feverfew, my other herbs, and dahlias. So dahlias like regular watering. These ones here are getting part sun. By the time I say maybe 2 p.m. or so, it stops getting sun. And that's still a good amount for them, and it's not during the hottest time of the day. And you see, it's growing so well. On to the next one. Next one up is this beautiful copper-toned fennel. Now fennel also comes with green, which is the more common variety, and then you have dill, which kind of has this wispy, also very lacy kind of leaves. And these types of herbs are really good as a host for your ladybugs. So if you want some beneficial insects in your garden to help you fight those pests, grow fennel, especially in the warmer time of the season or the warmer time of the year. You want to grow fennel, and then dill would be more in the cooler time of the year if you are living in somewhere with a mild winter, like in zone 10. Summer fennel, winter dill for me. And I love this one in particular because the color of it, it's got this brown rustic look to it. I love this pairing next to say some brighter colors for contrast, and this definitely loves the sun. The reason why this one is in more like in the shade is because I grew it out and I had to leave. I had to go away for a while and I didn't know where I could put it, so I just stuck it here. Better to keep it alive than to let it die because I'm trying to find an ideal place for it, So it ends up being here in mostly just morning sun. It's doing fine, as you can see, but it is not really flowering all that much. Now, if you want to grow this as a vegetable, where the base bulks up into a crisp, juicy bulb, you want to grow the Florence fennel variety. So you can really grab that, slice it up, throw it, makes a beautiful pot of soup stocks, or even some stir fries. And I love this. Oh, I would love to plant this in the sun.
Because even if this variety doesn't bulk up like that, more sun equals more blooms equals a larger invitation for those beneficial insects.
These also make really beautiful floral arrangements, beautiful colors, nice contrast, nice fillers, and they really attract a lot of beneficial insects with a lot of pollen, with a bunch of those little flowers in the clusters. Same with celery and parsley types of plants, just like, or even ashitaba. Plants with flowers that just kind of looks like fireworks, you know. They attract those beneficial insects. All right, the next one I got here for you are the pineapple sage. I love salvias in general because they're so easy to grow. They're quite well, once established, they are more drought tolerant than, like, say, your leafy greens in general. And this one, I have this one in beautiful lime color. So this lime green, when they're like fresh new growth, especially when I cut them back at the end of the year, or after they flower, I would cut them back, and they would just come out with these fresh new growths that are like lime green, yellowish kind of color. I love it so much. It looks like it's neon, it's glowing. And this one is just starting to flower right here. You see that? And the hummingbirds love them too. They do have a very similar scent to like a pineapple, so citrus, bright, sweet. And I love them in my salads, smoothies, and even drying out. Beautiful, makes beautiful teas. Or if you want to do like a Hawaiian style stir fries, you can also add a little bit of this at the very end. It's so good, I love it. And you can see salvias grow so big. They can even go like 6 feet by, like 6 feet tall by, I think about 4 feet wide or something. So this is really big. I definitely need to cut this back, but this is a sensory garden. It smells so good. And they love full sun. They love part sun, part shade. The more sun you give it, the more blooms, obviously, but it kind of quickly starts to get these leaves a little more tough, and they start to lose that bright yellow, green, lime color. But they definitely can be quite a spectacular show by around now. I think from now, which is like early July, all the way for me in zone 10 here, all the way till winter, I can still see a lot of these continuing to bloom. These are the ones that are growing in part sun. Look how thin the leaves are. They kind of stay a little more soft, and it's kind of fuzzy, so I really love the way it feels. You guys hear that? On to the next one. On to the fourth one. Here we have a Cardinal Basil. Now, I know basil seems like a common one, but I love basils, and I know you do too. There's all types of basils out there. My few favorite basils are the clove basil, lemon basil, and of course, the Vietnamese basils. I chose the Cardinal Basil because the Cardinal has a very similar scent as the Vietnamese basil, but it seems to be even more strong with the fragrance. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It smells so good, but it's so decorative. You see how these big purple blooms here? These are bred for these special, just big buds that are so well scented. It's got that nice licorice smell, and it definitely reminds me of pho, my noodle soup. So I love this in stir fries, in noodle soups, because it's very comforting for me. That's comfort food right there. And it loves full sun. It also handles part sun. So right now I have this outside. It's grown in a container right now, but it's going to be ready to transplant very soon. I have it in a container because I haven't made space yet. This one is ready to go. It's going to be planted up, and I can't wait to see it grow even bigger. So I have a lot more to harvest. I'm really excited about that. This one is actually going on its 3rd year. That's right. It survived the winter. It survived 2 winters. It actually dropped a lot of leaves in the winter. Barely had a few, it had like a few leaves left. But when spring rolled around, it started to have all these growth again. And so it transplanted into a bigger container just for now. And I can't wait to get it to its a more proper home, I'd call it. Basil is a really tough plant, and it's so fun to be able to take cuttings from it, right? You just clip them up where like the stems are a little bit like the younger growth, but still kind of firm. You cut those stems, you can even root them in water. So basil is a really nice one that you can easily propagate, grow more, or to give them away. And they grow really well in the heat, just like dry desert heat. It does so well in full sun out there as long as you water it properly. So definitely you got to keep it very well watered, but it would love the sun and it loves the heat. It's so beautiful to just cut a whole single bouquet of just basil, don't you think? Basils in general, you want to keep harvesting them so that plant just stays nice and compact, and it prevents those flowers to bloom, because then you want the plant to focus its energy on growing the leaves rather than flowers. But this one I have, actually I don't cut it back unless I want to grow the plant bushier. Blooms are just so beautiful and giant. Basil out here in zone 10 where we have mild winters, it pretty much lives year round. This one actually dropped the leaves, but the regular Thai basils, we kept, I think, one alive for 4 years, and it grew up to 4.5 feet tall. It was a little tree, a little basil tree, and I love it. Okay, on to the final one. Can you guys guess what it is? Okay, I'll show you. How convenient. It's just right here. This is the Papalo herb. I love this herb because it is a really beautiful replacement for cilantro. If you guys like cilantros or corianders, which doesn't really grow that well in the heat, with cilantro, you would have to keep growing them when they start to bolt because it's so hot right now. Generally in Southern California, we don't usually grow cilantro until fall or start them from seed in like late summer. That is why I am growing the Papalo. This one has been growing year round for me now. This is the first year it didn't die. The larger plants you see here actually was from last year. I think my plants are starting to acclimate to the climate here. I know last year we didn't have a super cold winter, but still they were just flowering in the winter and they didn't put up all that much new growth at all. But those leaves from last summer was hanging around all the way till late winter, and then by spring they were pushing up all these new growths. And the crazy thing about this plant is that it grows like crazy. It is wild in this garden. I'm getting these coming up like weeds everywhere. See how the flowers look kind of like the dandelion flower, kind of puffy and goes with the wind, so it's easy to spread everywhere. But these seeds are more like matches, kind of like dry little sticks, If you get them attached to like on your clothes sometimes, I would feel a little pokey. But yeah. Okay, I just made more volunteers. But I don't mind at all because I really eat this quite a lot. And these ones, they come up. If you don't want them wherever, just pluck them out very easily. It comes right out. It's not like the ones with invasive roots like the other plant that I recently shared about. It has this very like strong, bold, punchy kind of a scent. Just a few leaves is really plenty to taste it and to smell it in your salads or whatever dishes you like to garnish this with. I love this in my salsas and guacamoles. Anything I can think of using cilantro, I would plug this one in instead if I don't have cilantro. It's kind of like cilantro, culantro, and a little bit of citrus and something else I can't quite, point at, but it has like a nice, strong, very beautiful flavor. The leaves are so delicate. Very citrusy, bright, bold for sure. Very, very bold. Haven't tried to dry these yet because I have so much right now. If I want to clear this bed to plant something new, I'll find out if these would dry well and I can save them to use as herbs like your parsley or any kind of dried herbs. So this grows well in full sun, even in part sun, I have them growing everywhere. So it's still a leafy green. If you have a lot of shade, this would still grow really well. But in the sun, it'll definitely flower more and grow bigger. But the ones in the shade are growing really pretty. The interesting thing about this is that the leaves, I forget the name of it. I'll put it down here for you guys. But basically the word means butterfly wings because it kind of looks like, I guess, a type of butterfly wings. I just thought that was so beautiful. And it is native to Mexico and Central America. They've been using it in their culinary for hundreds of years. So this is a very old herb. This is the purple variety. The green is more common. You can see it on the stems here. So pretty. Okay, sorry guys, I can't stop doing that. It smells so good. Here's some fresh plants grown from seed as volunteers, and this is in part sun. You can see how fresh and new, delicate these leaves are. But even the older leaves, the fiber doesn't get tough. Yeah, these plants don't grow very big. They get up to about maybe 2 feet for me, 2.5 feet max. Really great for container gardens too. This one also doesn't require a whole lot of water. It just kind of grows on its own. And I love it. So hey, if you guys are interested in growing this, I'll put up some seeds on my shop. It'll be a really great way to support this channel. Also, the pineapple sage, if you guys are interested. But those are the 5 that I've picked out to share with you guys today. I hope you had enjoyed it. Let me know if any of them happens to be your favorites too, or what other favorite herbs are you're growing in your garden right now. I would love to know. Leave them in the comments below. Thank you guys all so much for making this far in the video. For more heat-loving plants, be sure to check out that video, and I'll see you in the next one.